I share a story about this? Would you be okay
Yes,
if I
yes,
shared a story? Okay, so
absolutely.
so this is a thing. This is a um. I had an experience recently with a really good friend of mine. We've known each other for 25 years, and he lives in another state, and we only communicate now like on text usually. And he we're very different politically. He's more to the right than I am. Um, but he also feels a lot more strongly about his political leanings
Mhm.
than I do. And he's really struggled over the last number. I don't know. He really loves talking about politics because he feels like I'm a friend who doesn't see things in quite the same way that he does. And so he likes to kind of joust, and I'm willing sometimes to joust. But a couple of months ago, we did an episode of Top of Mind, and one of the conversations was about cultural appropriation and trying to understand sort of what does it mean? What is the value of pointing it out? When is it not cultural appropriation? Is there really any harm that's done with it? Sort of trying to figure out why those conversations so often turn into really cancellation and shaming and anger and kind of all and hurt and all kinds of things, right? To try to get a clearer sense so that we could figure out how to navigate those things in a more productive and responsible way. Well, he sent me a text that was like, I heard your conversation on cultural appropriation. He listens to the podcast sometimes. He's like, and I think that's a bunch of, baloney. And he's like, cultural appropriation is just a bunch of wokeness. And, he was giving me all this stuff.
Mhm.
And I was like, I got this text from him and I could tell he was poking me a little bit, right? But I really didn't want to have this like text argument with him about it. And I had, so in that moment,